Salve, salve, galerinha! Trazendo mais vídeo pro canal. Galerinha, hoje nós vamos dar continuidade às nossas aventuras aqui no Genshin Impact. No vídeo de hoje nós vamos estar fazendo aqui, né, a nova missão do Arconte, que foi liberada aí com a nova atualização 2.0. Nós vamos fazer aqui o Imovível Deusa, a Imovível Deusa e a Eutimia Eterna, né? Então vamos estar marcando aqui na navegação. Já queria pedir pro pessoal deixar aquele like, se inscrever no canal. Se não for inscrito, o vídeo todos os dias, ative aí o sininho das notificações para você receber as notificações dos vídeos. Queria agradecer o pessoal que está se inscrevendo no canal, o pessoal está deixando aquele feedback nos comentários, o pessoal está compartilhando aí os vídeos nas redes sociais, muito obrigado. Lembrando que eu estou fazendo live, se vocês quiserem participar das lives, só seguir meu canal que está aparecendo aqui embaixo e ativar notificações para vocês ficarem sabendo quando eu ficar online. Então vamos subir aqui, falar com a Catarina. Vamos perguntar sobre a viagem na Zoom.
I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the crew. Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of our word.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say.
Well, if that's how you feel, what?
So there's another?
Well, I guess it's time for you to...
Okay.
Just following order.
Ok, vamos seguir em frente. Vamos fazer a viagem. A Imovível Deusa, né? Ok. Será que a gente tem que...
You final all these years come rain or storm. We set sail.
Anchors away!
Vamos ver se vai ter alguma animação, alguma coisa. Olha aquele carinha. Ok, chegamos ao porto. Aí tem a animação. É uma região nova, né? Então possivelmente vamos ter várias quests aqui para estar fazendo. Como sempre, eu vou estar trazendo para vocês aí todo o conteúdo de Genshin Impact. Toda a maioria das quests que a gente puder fazer aqui, a gente vai estar disponibilizando para vocês. Outro piratinho.
Oh, hi there. I still have... So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored.
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some... Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner.
You don't know how long...
Toma, these two...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the...
Toma's resided on Rito for... If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. Good.
All right.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it...
Fair seas, Captain.
Now then, First things first. We need to go get you. Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku decree. You wouldn't be. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Ok, vamos nos registrar, né?
Hello? Please state your name, identity. You must be... Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your...
I just wanted to see what you.
I see. Okay. Your
So...
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process.
Sheesh. So it is?
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, as the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're good. Now, let's head over to the Outlander. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residence?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to...
Thank you, but as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something serious...
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is the way some here at the agency see it. The fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here,
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth.
exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, the most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is that's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests. The association essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence. I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter.
And...
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know...
Really? Wow, the Rito fit...
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. Connections come at a high price.
not you...
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle.
Why do I get the feeling? Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade... Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine.
Ok. Antes dele ajudar a gente vai ter que ajudar o pessoal aqui, né? Esse cara aqui. É.
Huh? Hello there. You must be... Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Up.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for...
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity. But no. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry, those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail.
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulation. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's some...
Crystal Marrow.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous... But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the... Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't...
Is it?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because it's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that... We've tried communicating with them, but this is a nation where the cries of a few Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do? But Carice's the head of the association, and he...
Right, and besides...
Okay.
I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well,
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association, if I...
Ah.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Vamos seguir em frente aqui.
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new or... So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, trade secret.
this guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you... They're wasting their time.
Hey, what's...
Get out of here.
What are we gonna do? There's a good idea.
Falar com o Tom.
That was quick.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means, tell me, getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived. Oh, that guy? He used to be a... I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the internet. Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. When Inazuma... The international trade is...
So he left the association?
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that.
Really?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Tá.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You're... goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it. Oh, my hometown.
It's working.
So, trying to play. Huh? What is this?
Just close your eyes already.
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. You mean, often I'll sneak. I run into folks from the association where. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with.
Well, no one's.
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed, so I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make. Alright, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't.
Come on, come on.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companion. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price. I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take into evidence. You're right. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, as it happens, I handed some Mora over to him.
Really?
Ok. Vamos lá atrás do cara.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Too close! That's too close! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Ué, tá escalando?
Who else is behind on payments?
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Thanks. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
Ok. Ele botou uma coisa ali no... Enterrou um tesouro, alguma coisa?
What could he be doing?
It looks like he buried some...
É os pagamentos?
Whoa, it's boring! Hyman thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for.
Great! Well,
I'll...
Huh? You aren't gonna...
I need a little more.
Ok.
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you?
It just so happens.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you... So, Mr. Word has it that's...
huh? Is...
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be...
well, even if what you say is true...
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that
Is that it?
Oh, do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it?
And not
So that's it?
Come on, Harris.
I'm sick.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare...
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to
A helping hand.
Oh, and you seize the merchant.
Uh-oh.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh, you're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh, well,
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a
that fan. The Shirasagi Hime. I don't need any trouble with her.
But
Enough! We're...
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. No response, huh?
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small... if nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will... Shh, not here.
Ok, vamos atrás dele.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the... I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm in...
You've been keeping... So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's a...
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly... I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma, her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato. Despite the fact, I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same. You're asking the right questions. And to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than it. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island. And I got to know
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage, it's just what Miss Kamisato... With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand.
Toma sure didn't...
Well, my work on Rito is done. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. Good luck with everything.
not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right, wait. So, did Toma forget? Oh, darn it! As soon as we... what?
Stop there!
Sorry, but...
If you don't have a
Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you sick, Essie can't? Who knows?
Halt! This is the Kanjo
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them...
My sincere...
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner.
nice to meet, so...
All right. Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of storm?
Exactly!
And...
Whoa, you heard about that...
as I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply up. Rito is one other thing.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. You must know the Genshin.
Yep, we've picked up...
Yes, bring me 300 Genshin wood.
Did P.1 hear that wrong?
Too much trouble. Then how about this? We have a few items that...
That sounds much...
709 letters to be...
Hey, what gives?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't...
You're seriously considering taking this job?
Tem coisa aqui em cima,
It's
né?
ridiculous!
Halt, you two!
Huh?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let P.1 see!
Ok, ela quer marcar um encontro, né?
This means she wants you, but you didn't seem surprised at all by this, huh?
You finally arrived. This is technically the second time we have met.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long
Is it P.1?
The reason why I want...
Discuss what?
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father?
No, I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kam. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island.
Oh, P.1.
Of course, in doing so, to be perfectly honest,
Yeah,
I secretly... they seem to be discussing how to... We don't have... Very well. I'll be waiting for you.
Chegamos aqui.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait!
Well then, you must be a...
Are our clothes really so...
In which case...
Well, that's a... Well, now that we're...
Who forgot their prom?
What?
Relax. No need. Huh. So you didn't see anything like...
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem...
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this...
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you, so I came up with this little fun but in all seriousness, I would like to apologize. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to
Don't think that pun...
Sorry that I... Let me just say this. Naturally, this is due to your A long time ago, we had a friend who... So you've heard... His light still burns all the more... Yes, of course. But before that...
Oh?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction.
Ok, vamos lá. Nossa, essa missão aqui tá demorando muito, velho.
This area sure feels... Huh?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunter?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you, as for Inazuma, the Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful... The eternity in question is her endless, and as such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate that the Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to...
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one, and this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you...
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet...
É isso.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You...
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, you touched the statue and...
Aspirations? That would... Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon... That is where visions come from. In other words, so if what you just said is... Then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Oh, tem mais coisa. Beleza, o portal. Ah, vai ter alguma animação.
Oh, this is the kind of place where the big...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest.
Is this the Shirasage? Oh!
Yes. As the daughter of the consider it a time-honored tradition.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, at present in Inazuma. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is a commission's traveler. Lend us your power. Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This...
No, please! Wait! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt decree, and a swordmaster determined to become...
Correct. Please do all you can to help them.
I'm sure.
Galerinha, o vídeo tá ficando muito grande, eu vou dar uma parada por aqui. Nós vamos continuar na parte 2. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Deixa aquele like, se inscreva no canal. Se você não for inscrito, vídeo todos os dias, ative aí o sininho das notificações para você receber as notificações dos vídeos. Queria agradecer o pessoal que tá se inscrevendo no canal, o pessoal tá deixando aqueles vídeos nos comentários, o pessoal tá compartilhando aí os vídeos nas redes sociais. Muito obrigado. Lembrando que eu estou fazendo lives, se vocês quiserem participar das lives, só seguir meu canal que está aparecendo aqui embaixo e ativar notificações para vocês ficarem sabendo quando eu vou ficar online. Então é isso, galera. No próximo vídeo. Valeu, falou e fui!